welcome to day one of our Sacred Strength Beginners program. I'm going to be doing every workout with you for the next 28 days, and I am so excited to get things started. So today, again, is day one. We're going to be focused on core. Let's go ahead and stand up and start warming up. All right, let's begin. So today we are going to start our warm-up with something called marching in place, and it is exactly what it sounds like. You are literally just going to march in place. But the thing with this exercise, this movement, is that we don't want to feel like we're leaning forward, we're trying to crunch towards our legs. We also don't want to feel like we're leaning backwards. You want to find that perfect center, stack shoulders right over the hips, and then as you lift your legs, you want to start to feel like the movement isn't really coming from the leg. It's actually coming from the lower abs and our core, our whole abdominal region. So let's just go for 10 more of these. Keep it slow for today. Breathing, I'm more focused on you feeling your core, feeling your abs, than moving quickly. Let's go for 5. Breathing, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go into a very similar movement pattern, but we're going to actually practice some cross-body rotations. So I'm still going to keep my knees moving at the same pace. I'm going to try not to turn my hips from side to side, but what I want to add is a little bit of complexity. We're going to bring our hands behind our head, stay nice and tall, and as the left knee comes up, right elbow comes towards the knee, and switch. Again, very slow, controlled movement. We're just trying to see how can I move my upper body in the opposite direction as my lower body without falling over and moving all over the place, right? It's a practice. It's going to get easier as we go. We only have 5 more. 4. Breathing. 3, 2. Last one. Good. Take a deep breath. Walk it out a little bit. We're going to do that same thing back and forth just one more time. We're going to get into our exercises. So back to marching in place, slow, controlled. You can even flex the foot. That'll help give you a little bit of stability. Again, not moving forward, not moving backwards, staying stacked right over those hips, feeling nice and tall, feeling your lower abs engaged. Working, all we have is 5 more, super easy. 4, 3, breathing, 2, 1. Hands behind the head, right into that cross-body movement, standing tall. Same thing here, I'm not reaching my elbow down towards my knee. I'm staying nice and tall. I'm thinking I want to actually bring my knee up towards my elbow. Again, only 5 more, so simple. 5, breathe. 4, 3, again, if we want to go even slower, you can. Goal is to find your stability. 1 more. Good. Take a deep breath. We're going to slowly make our way down to the mat. I'm giving you 5 more seconds to pull it together before we go into something called a micro crunch. So what is a micro crunch? It is exactly what it sounds like, a mini crunch. So the micro crunch, you're going to lay down on your back. Make sure that you can actually touch your heels with your fingertips. You're going to basically make what we call a C curve, the C being in this direction, meaning I'm trying to drive my lower back into the ground. This is going to be where my back is going to stay for the rest of this exercise. You're going to bring your hands behind your head. You're going to come up to the top of that crunch. I don't want to crunch my neck. I want to be looking straight up towards the ceiling, right? And this is now the bottom of your movement. And we're going to make really tiny movements coming up from here. Let's just go for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it on the last one. 3, 2, 1. Roll down. Breathe. Long inhales, long exhales. We're going to take 5 seconds. Breathe, shake it out, do whatever you need to do. Because the next exercise we're coming into is called a suitcase. Why they call it suitcase, I'm not really sure, but what I want you to do is still the same thing. Tuck that tailbone under, keep your lower back pasted to that mat this whole time. You're going to keep your knees at a 90 degrees, so you see my heels are in line with my knees in line with the hips. Flex your feet.
You're gonna try to keep your legs in this position and slowly lower your heels down to the mat, tap the mat and come right back up. Okay, we're gonna go for 10 of these. Again, same thing. Make sure that lower back stays down the entire time. Take a big inhale, exhale and tap. This is a slow movement. We don't need to rush it. The whole point here is about controlling the body, controlling the movement. If you feel that lower back is starting to come off the mat, drive that belly button in towards the back of the mat. And all we're doing is 4 more. So easy. Big inhales, long exhales. 2 more, keep those feet flexed. 1 more, make it really, really slow. And slowly come back up to center. Good, we're gonna rock on the back and try to come back up to seated. The next posture that we're going into is something called a boat pose. Now you're gonna see boat pose in a lot of places. Here on the mat, when we get into the gym down the line, and also in our yoga classes. But the trick with the boat pose is that the position of your back is gonna drive this movement. For example, when I start to lift up my feet, if I'm driving my chest open, activating my back, this is gonna act like a brake. I could even go down as low as possible and I'm not gonna fall. But if I tuck my back under, if I let go of that back, what's gonna happen? Right away, I'm gonna fall, right? So keep this in mind as we go into this. We're not gonna do anything crazy. We're just gonna try to practice holding boat pose for just a moment. So come up, sit up nice and tall, open up that chest, shoulders back and down. We don't need to bring our legs too high, just as high as you can take them. Even if they're here, if they're all the way up here, whatever is your level is fine for us today. All we have is 10 more seconds here. The whole point is to keep that chest open, looking up towards the sky, open everything up. Just take 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees into the chest. Take a deep breath. You can put your feet down for a moment. We're gonna do that same thing again. Super easy, nice and tall, bringing one leg up and then the other. Open up that chest, look up towards the ceiling. Breathe long and slow, deep breaths. We have 10 seconds, that's all. 8, 7, 6, 5. Try to bring your legs a little higher for 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees into the chest. Lower the feet back down. Now we're gonna go into something called alternating leg extensions. So we're gonna roll back down onto our back. Remember what I told you in the beginning. Same thing here. We wanna keep that lower back pressed down into the mat. You're gonna try to take your legs up into the air. In this movement, your feet are gonna stay flexed. It's gonna help you so much. You're gonna think you wanna bend your knees at certain points because you think it's gonna help make the exercise easier. I'm telling you it doesn't. Keep them straight. Feel like almost like your heels are reaching away from your body. And we're just gonna go one leg at a time. Slowly lowering down, right back up. Slowly lowering down, right back up. Okay, so in this movement, I do not mind if your depth is this far or if your depth is right here. The point is for you to keep your lower back on the mat the entire time. As soon as you feel that arch start to happen, stop there, bring the leg back up, and move slow. Slow and controlled. We only have 4 more for each leg. Control, back up. Now you can attach the breath to this. Exhale, inhale. Exhale as the leg lowers down, inhale as it comes back up. Let's go for 3, 3, good, 2, even slower, the slowest ones you've done. Last one, down and down. Good. Bring those knees into the chest. Rock your back side to side just a little bit. Give your lower back a little massage. We have one more exercise of this 5 exercise series, and then we're gonna take it back for 2 more rounds if you're with me. Okay, roll back up. The last one is an exercise called bird dog. Yes, bird dog. This is gonna be our base of bird dog. So in bird dog, you wanna be able to have the knees directly under the hips. Okay, you're gonna bring the hands down and the wrists are gonna be directly underneath the shoulders. Now this is crucial because this is your stability. If they're out here, if they're up here, it's actually gonna be way more difficult than being in exact alignment, okay? So you're gonna bring your shoulders away from the ears. You're gonna take your left leg and reach it straight back. Just feel this for a moment. See what's naturally happening. If your belly is dropping, I want you to drive the belly in towards the spine, right? I want you to feel nice and long with the back of the neck, almost like your toes, your left toes and the top of your head are reaching in opposite directions. Then I want you to take your right hand and start to reach it forward. Yes, I know. Maybe you start to wobble, maybe you start to fall, but it's okay. Just take it slow. Take it slow. Shoulders away from the ears. Find those places of instability. Bring it together. Feel like everything is reaching in opposite directions. Just take one more deep breath. And exhale, lower the hand and the knee down with control. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Take your right leg straight back. First, start to feel stable here, right? Point the back toe. Take your shoulders, drive them into the back. Take that belly, squeeze it in and up. Everything's nice and strong and active. This is your stability. It's not a balancing posture, it's a strength posture, right? We wanna feel everything activated. Take that left hand, start to reach it forward, and even the top of the head and start to reach it forward. We're just gonna breathe here for 5, 4, you got it, 3, 2, exhale, lower down with control. Good. Okay, so now that you have the idea of what those 5 exercises look like, feel like, we're gonna take it into another round. We're gonna move a little bit faster, not super fast, but just trying to create a momentum here. Let's see how this second round goes, okay? Back into that micro crunch. So laying down onto our back. Make sure that your fingertips can touch your heels when you come down. Shoulders away from the ears. Tuck that tailbone. Feel the lower back pressing into the mat. Take the hands behind the head. Come up as high as you can. This is the this is the bottom of your movement now. And as you exhale, little exhales, you're just gonna come up from here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. Look up towards the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down with control. We're coming into those suitcases. Flex the feet. Make that 90-degree angle with the knees. Tuck the tailbone. Keep that lower back pasted down to the mat. And we're going to slowly lower down with control. The bottom of this movement is the hard part, right? That lower back is really wanting to come off the mat, but you got to drive it down. You only have 7 more after this. 7. Good. You can use that breath. 6. Exhale down. Inhale up. 5. Good. 4. You can even go slower. 3. It just taps the mat. 2. We don't want to keep the feet down on the mat. It's just a tap. 1 more. And back up. Squeeze those knees into the chest. Rock it out a little bit. We're going to roll ourselves up to seated. We're going to come back into those boat pose. We're going to bring the shoulders back and down. Remember what I told you. We don't want to let the back drop like this because we're going to fall backwards. We want to stay centered and aligned. So open up that chest. Look up towards the ceiling. Slowly bring up if you want one foot and then the other. If it's hard for you even here, you can just hold one foot and then switch to the other until you can get to both feet. If this is super easy for you, go ahead, drive both feet up into the air, open that chest, point the toes, lift super high. Wherever you're at is fine. We only have 5 more seconds. Breathing. 4, nice and tall. Feel the spine is lengthening super tall. Last second and lower down with control. Just take a breath. Take a deep breath. Feel like you're calming your heart rate, finding your center. We're gonna do that boat pose one more time. Inhale nice and tall. Chest is opened. You can even bring your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Bring up one foot and then the other. Keep the front of the neck nice and open. Top of the head is nice and long. Feel the extension in the spine. Just give me 5 more seconds, that's all. If you can, bring your legs a little bit higher for 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees into the chest. Take a deep breath. We're going into those alternate leg extensions, so rolling back down onto our backs. Legs up in the air. Flex the feet. You can have your palms facing down here. You can have your hands behind the head as well if you'd like. Up to you, but the whole main focus here is to keep that lower back on the mat. So flex the feet, make the legs nice and long, and we're gonna lower down slowly, one at a time for 10. Good, breathing 9, You can even go slower if you want. We have 8 more. And I really feel like I'm driving through my heels here. I'm flexing my feet so much, I feel like my heels are reaching this opposite wall. Good, we have 5 more. 5. Breathing, 4. Good, and 3. And 2. 1 more, that's all. Good, you're gonna bring your knees into your chest. Take a breather, roll yourself back up. We're gonna come into that bird dog. Same thing here, knees are underneath the hips, wrists directly under the shoulders, shoulders away from the ears. Let's take that left leg, reach it back, point the toe, take the right arm, reach it forward. Think that your thumb is actually facing up towards the ceiling. Keep driving this left shoulder into your back and keep squeezing that belly button in towards the spine. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down with control. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Take that right leg straight back. Close those ribs in. Reach your left hand forward. Good, breathing, bring your shoulders away from the ears. And now you can even start to reach the top of the head forward as well. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower down with control. That's it, that's round 2. We only have 1 more round. I know you can do this, we're almost there. Take a big inhale. I'm giving you 10 seconds this time to take a breather. Take a break for just a moment. Get some water if you need to, because we're getting ready to go back into round 3 of our day 1 core exercises. So when you're ready, we're gonna come back down onto the mat. Getting into those micro crunches, you should know them by now. We're gonna roll onto our backs. Feet flat, reach your fingertips down. Can you touch your toes? Your heels? Good. Big inhale. Exhale everything. Hands behind the head. Inhale up, highest point that you can go. This is now your new bottom. Exhale up, crunch, 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 tiny movements. Let's go for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Roll down, take a deep breath. Get ready to go into those suitcases. We're gonna flex the feet. We're gonna have knees over hips, knees in line with ankles. Keep this a 90-degree angle here the entire time. Let's go only for 10 of these. Seriously, keep the lower back down, okay? Take a big inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down, tap the heels. That's 10. We've got 9. You can go even slower if you want to. All we have is 7 more. Good. 6. Tap. 5. You got this, guys. 4. Breathing. 3. Only 2 more. 2. Last one, nice and controlled, most controlled. Nice, bring the knees into the chest, rock it out a little bit, massage that lower back. We're gonna roll ourselves up and start to come into that boat pose. We have 2 boat poses, that's all. Last boat pose we're gonna do today. So shoulders back and down, nice and tall. Open that chest, palms up towards the ceiling. Bring the legs up, breathe. Think everything is super open here. The spine is super long, super tall. Try to take those legs up a little bit higher if you can. Keep looking up towards the ceiling. Keep the back activated, engaged, chest open. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. Lower them down if you want. Take a big breath. Take a big inhale. Exhale everything out. Center yourself. We're going again. Next boat pose. Chest is open, shoulders back and down. Spread the fingers. Feel like your palms are raising up towards the sky. Knees up, legs up. Breathe. Try to find stillness here. Maybe your body's shaking a little bit. Maybe it's really difficult. Can you try to find stillness? What does that feel like? Can the back get longer? Chest get more open? For 5, 4, 3, 2, legs a little higher, and bring the knees into the chest. Take a big breath. Lower the feet down. We're going right into those alternating leg extensions. We're almost done with this workout. Just stick with me. Feet up. Back is nice and flat against the mat. Belly button squeezing in, tailbone tucking under. Flex the feet. And I want you to slowly lower down. One leg at a time. One leg at a time. Good. We have 9 more. Again, even if you're here, this is fine. You do not need to go and bring your foot all the way down almost to the ground. That, if you can, that's fantastic. But the whole goal here is not how low can I get my leg. It's more so how low can I get my leg while still keeping my lower back on the mat, right? All we have is 4 more. Stay with me. Long inhales, long exhales. We exhale as the leg goes down. We inhale as the leg comes back up. We have 2 more. That's it. Good. 1 more each side. Make it really slow. The slowest one you've done. Good. Legs up. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock it out a little bit. Slowly roll yourselves back up. Last exercise, we're going into that bird dog again. It's going to be the best one that you've done this whole class. So go ahead, come onto your knees. Bring your wrists right underneath the shoulders. Shoulders back and down. Already close everything up here. If you're starting here and your lower belly is like reaching towards the ground, this is not the best way to start. You're not going to find any sort of strength posture here. Because if you're doing this, you're thinking about balancing. You're trying to find the balance. Again, like I said before, this isn't balancing. This is strength. This is finding your center, right? So close that belly in. Left leg goes straight back. Point the toe. Already the leg is super strong, right? Now I slowly start to reach my right hand forward. Because what happens when I start to reach my arms in opposite directions, my arm and my leg, is you start to find this equilibrium, right? You start to find your center. All you're gonna do is keep this for 3 more seconds. Super easy. 2, 1, lower down. Take the right leg straight back. Left arm straight forward. Spread your fingers, point your toe, close that belly in, shoulders away from the ears. Good. Thumb up towards the ceiling. 5 seconds, and if you can, take the top of the head and start to reach it forward as well for 3, 2, and 1. Amazing, guys. You did it. We're just going to cool down a little bit. We're going to start with an upward dog. So you're going to come onto your mat, spread your fingers, take the legs straight back, open up the chest. Here you want to feel that the wrists are directly underneath the shoulders. The back of the neck is nice and long. I'm even going to try to lift my knees off the mat. Chest is open for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down onto your knees. Let's come into a child's pose for the last part of this class. Take the knees out nice and wide. We're going to slowly start to bring this belly to the mat. Reach your arms forward. And if you can even bring your forehead down to the mat. Good. Keep breathing here. Keep reaching. You did amazing. Day 1 in the books. Good. Slowly roll yourselves back up. Come to seated. Yes, you guys did it. Day 1 is finally completed. Check it off your list. I'm so excited to see you guys tomorrow for day 2. Big hugs. Let's keep going.